One of Us is Next, Karen M. McManus, Chapter 7. Maeve, Thursday, February 27th. I can't stop grinning at Bronwyn. It's so weird that you're here. I was here less than 2 months ago, she reminds me. You look different, I say, even though she doesn't. I mean, the side braid is a cute style I haven't seen before, but other than that, she hasn't changed a bit. She's even wearing her favorite ancient cashmere sweater, so old that she has to roll up its sleeves to hide how frayed the cuffs are. It's the rest of the world that seems brighter when she's around, I guess. Even the chalk-scrawled specials on Cave Contigo's blackboard wall look extra vibrant. I need to come home for grad school, okay? This distance thing isn't working for me. Me either, Bronwyn sighs. Turns out, I'm a Californian girl at heart. Who knew? She dunks a spoon into her latte to redistribute the foam into a thin layer. But you might not even be here if you go to school in Hawaii. Bronwyn, come on. We both know I'm not going to the University of Hawaii, I say, chasing my last bite of alfajore with a sip of water. My voice is light, casual, the kind of tone that says I won't go there because I'm not an island person, and not I won't go there because I had another nosebleed this morning. It was minor, though. Stopped within a few minutes. I don't have any joint pain, fever, or weird abuses, so it's fine. Everything's fine. Bronwyn puts down her spoon and folds her hands, giving me one serious look. If you could be anywhere in 5 years doing anything at all, what would you pick? Nope, we are absolutely not discussing this. If I start talking 5 years in the future with my sister, all my careful compartmentalizing will vanish. I'll crack open like an egg, spoiling her visit, her semester, and a million other things. You can't analyze my future right now, I say, grabbing another cookie. It's bad luck. What? Bronwyn's brow creases. Why? I point to the clock on the wall, which has been reading 10 o'clock since the batteries died a week ago, because that's broken. Time is literally standing still. Oh my God, Maeve. Bronwyn rolls her eyes. That's not even an actual superstition. That's something you and Ethan made up. She said hi, by the way. Now that Bronwyn lives in Connecticut, she gets to see her grandparents regularly. Our grandfather, Ito, is still a visiting lecturer at Yale. Also, that you're her favorite and you're perfect. She did not say that. It was implied. It's always implied. Sunday dinners with Ito and Ita are basically Maeve appreciation night. Bronwyn sips her coffee, suddenly looking pensive. So, if today is already bad luck, does that mean we can talk about me and Nate maybe being broken up for good this time? Bronwyn, what is with you guys? I shake my head as her mouth droops. Why can't you figure this out? Your entire relationship started from talking on the phone for crying out loud. Just do that for like 3 months at a time, and you'll be fine. I don't know, she says unhappily. She takes off her glasses and rubs her eyes. I brought her here straight from the airport, and she's obviously a little bit jet-lagged after a cross-country flight. She's missing some classes to be here, which Dad isn't wild about, but Mom can't resist bringing Bronwyn home for an extra day when she visits. We're just never in sync anymore, she says. When I'm feeling good about things, he's feeling like he's holding me back. She puts up finger quotes with a grimace. And when he starts talking about what we should do over spring break, I wonder if I made a mistake in not signing up for that volunteer trip I was interested in. And then I think about him living in the house with all those roommates and girls in and out all the time, and I get so jealous, and that makes me irrational, which is not like me. No, it's not, I agree. Plus, you live in a dorm, so same thing. I know, she sighs, but it's just much harder than I thought it would be. Everything I do or say feels wrong with him. I don't bother asking if she still loves Nate. I know she does. You're overthinking it, I tell her. She snorts out a laugh. Oh, you think? That'd be a first. Her phone vibrates on the table, and she makes a face at it. Is it 4 already? Evan's outside. What? Evan Neiman? My voice takes up on the last name. What's he doing here? Giving me a ride to Yumiko's, Bronwyn says, draining the last of her latte. She's having a bunch of people from our old mathlete team come over to watch something Avengers-related. Don't ask me what. You know I don't care. She stuffs her phone in her bag and peers into its depth. Did I forget my prescription sunglasses? I'm so bad at keeping track of those. I hardly ever need them in Connecticut. Why is Evan taking you? Isn't he at Caltech? Bronwyn is still rooting around her bag. Yeah, but he and Yumiko hang out sometimes. He was at Yale last month for a debate club smackdown, so here they are. I clear my throat loudly as she finally glances up, her bright blue glasses case in one hand. Why are you looking at me like that? Evan? She sifts her tear. It's not a big deal. You getting a ride from your ex after you just finished angsting about how you can't make things work with your other ex is not a big deal. I fold my arms. For someone so smart, my sister can be ridiculously naive. Come on, I spent half my life in a cancer ward, and even I know that's a bad idea. Evan and I are just friends, who happened to date a long time ago, like you and Knox. No, it's not at all like me and Knox. That was mutual. You jumped Evan for Nate, and then Evan moped about it for the rest of senior year. He wrote poetry. Have you ever read about Kills of Despair? Because I have not. And now he's driving 2.5 hours on a Thursday to watch Iron Man with you? I don't think it's Iron Man, Bronwyn says doubtfully. Focus, Bronwyn. That's not the point. Evan is carrying a torch, and everybody knows it except you. I brandish the salt shaker at her like it's covered in flames, but I end up spilling it. Then I have to do the whole over-the-shoulder ritual. Bronwyn takes advantage of my distraction to get to her feet and corral me in a one-armed hug. She's starting to look worried, but her ride is outside, and I can practically see the wheels turning in her head as she calculates the awkwardness quotient of backing out now. Too high. I have to go. See you at home, she says. I'll be back before dinner. She loops her messenger bag over one shoulder and heads for the door. Make good choices, I call after her. I glance around the cafe as the door shuts behind her. Phoebe's working today, her brow knitted in concentration as she jots down an order from 2 beanie-wearing hipsters. Ever since Sean Murdoch's infuriating Wing Zone triumph, people have been acting like Bayview High Truth or Dare is a hilarious new game. A text went out yesterday from unknown. The next player has been contacted. TikTok. Now everyone is taking bets on who it is and what they'll choose. Given how the first 2 rounds have gone, odds favor the Dare. It's like everyone at Bayview High has forgotten that Simon was a real person who wound up suffering more than anyone because of the way he used gossip as a weapon. But all you have to do is look at Phoebe's sad eyes and hollow cheeks and there's nothing funny about this. I pull my laptop out of my bag and open the new About That website where Sean's Wing Zone chicken photo is prominently displayed. There's a comment section below, and when people aren't congratulating Sean, they're speculating about who the identity of unknown. It's Janae Vargas, guys, finishing what Simon started. I don't buy that for 1 second. Simon's former best friend couldn't get out of Bayview fast enough when she graduated. She goes to college in Seattle now. I don't think she's been back once. Madman Matthias Schroeder. Obvs. Simon himself. He's not dead. He just wanted to think he is. I open up another browser tab and type Anarchy SK. Simon's old username into the search bar. The skin on the back of my neck starts to prickle. Someone used to post his revenge rants on a forum called Vengeance is Mine, but that was on 4chan. I should know. I spent hours reading through them before I sent a link to Michael Powers' Investigate show. Michael ran a spotlight series on Simon's death, and as soon as he covered the revenge for him, it got overrun with fake posts and rubberneckers. Eventually, the whole thing was shut down. At least, that's what I thought. In the half second before I clicked the link, the words, "He's not dead, he just wanted to think he is," don't seem as far-fetched as they should. But the page is nearly blank except for a handful of posts. My teacher needs to back the fuck off, or I will kill him for real. I almost pounded his face in today, lol. Well, now you can't kill him. What did Anarchy SK always tell us? Don't be so obvious. Fuck that guy. He got caught. The cafe door opens and Luis steps inside, wearing a faded San Diego City College t-shirt and a backwards baseball cap over his dark hair. He spots me and does one of those chin-shut things he and Cooper are always doing. Jock speak for, "Yeah, I see you, but I'm too cool to actually wave." Then, to my surprise, he shifts his course and heads my way, dropping into Bronwyn's recently vacated seat. "What's up, Maeve?" "My white blood cell count, probably." "God, I'm fun." "Not much," I say, pushing my laptop to one side. "You come from class?" "Yep, accounting." Luis makes a wry face. "Not my favorite, but we can't spend every day in the kitchen, unfortunately." Luis is getting a hospitality degree so he can run his own restaurant one day, which is the kind of thing I never would have guessed when he was the big man on campus at Bayview. "You just miss Bronwyn," I say, because I assumed that's why he stopped at my table. The two of them aren't close, exactly, but they hang out occasionally because of Cooper. She's at Yumiko's if you... And then I trail off because the Venn diagram of Luis and Bronwyn's social overlap starts and ends with Cooper. I'm pretty sure Luis isn't planning to attend the Bayview Mallet movie night. "Cool," Luis flashes a smile and stretches out his legs under the table. I'm so used to Knoxon with me that Luis's presence is a little disconcerting. He takes up more space, both physically and confidence-wise, I guess. Knox always looks as though he's not sure he's supposed to be wherever he is. Luis sprawls out like he owns the place. Well, in this particular case, his parents do, so that maybe that's a part of it. But still, there's an ease to him that I think comes from being athletic and popular his entire life. Luis has spent years at the center of one team or another. He's always belonged. I had a question for you, actually. I can feel my face getting red, and I cut my chin in both my hands to hide it. I wish I weren't constantly attracted to the kind of guys who either ignore me or treat me like their little sister, but here we are. I have no defense against the cute jock demographic. "Oh? Do you live here now?" he asked. I blink, not sure if I'm disappointed or caught off guard. Probably both. "What?" "You're in this restaurant more than I am, and I get paid for it." His dark eyes twinkle, and my stomach drops. Oh God, does he think I'm here for him? I mean, yes, catching sight of Luis in one of those well-fitting t-shirts he's always wearing is typically a highlight of my day, but I didn't think I was being obvious about it. I narrow my eyes at him and aim for a detached tone. "Your customer appreciation skills need work." Luis grins. "It's not that. I'm just wondering if you're familiar with this thing called outside. It has sun, fresh air, or so I've heard. Pure rumor and speculation, I say. Doesn't exist. Besides, I'm doing my part for the Bayview economy, supporting local businesses. And I drink the rest of the water to force myself to shut up. This is the longest conversation I've ever had alone with Louise, and I'm working so hard to play it cool that I barely know what I'm saying. That would be a better argument if you had got anything besides coffee, Louise points out, and I laugh in spite of myself. I see those accounting classes are paying off, I say. He laughs too, and I finally relax enough that my face returns to a normal temperature. Do you think you'll take over from your parents someday? Want Cava Contigo, I mean? Probably not, Louise says. This is their place, you know. I want something of my own. This is their place, you know. I want something of my own. Plus, I'm more interested in the fine dining scene. Pa thinks I'm full of it, though. He mimics his dad deep tone. Tienes el ego por las nubes, Luis. I smile. Luis's ego is in the clouds, but at least he knows it. He must be happy you're interested in the family business, though. I think so, Louise says, especially since Manny can't make toast without burning it. Louise's older sister, the one named after their dad, has always been more into cars than kitchens, but he's been working at the restaurant since he got laid off from an auto repair shop. He's helping out tomorrow night, and Pa is all, please don't touch anything, just wash dishes. Louise takes his cap off, runs a hand through his hair, and puts it back on. You'll be here, right? I think Cooper might make it after all. He will? I ask, genuinely happy. All of Bronwyn's and Addie's friends are getting together at Cafe Contigo before Ashton's bachelorette party tomorrow night. But the last I'd heard, Cooper's schedule was still up in the air. Yup, we're a big enough crowd now that Pa's giving us the back room. Louise glances at the doorframe in the rear of the restaurant where hanging beads separate a small private dining area. Hope it doesn't get too busy once people hear Cooper's going to be around. The extra table only fits like 10. He starts counting on his fingers. You, me, Coop, Chris, Bronwyn, Nate, Keely. Who else? Is your boyfriend coming? My what? You mean Knox? I blink when Louise nods. He's not my boyfriend. We broke up ages ago. Really? Louise's eyebrows shoot up. God, when you graduate, you just fall right out of the gossip loop, apparently. But he's always here with you. Yeah, we're still friends. We're not going out, though. Huh, Louise says. His eyes flick over me, and my cheeks heat again. Interesting. Luis, Mr. Santos pokes his head out of the kitchen. He's much shorter and rounder than any of his sons, even preteen ones. They all get their height from their mom. Are you working or flirting today? I duck my head and pull my laptop in front of me, hoping that I look busy instead of deflated. I was having such a good time talking to Luis that I almost forgot. This is a standard operating procedure for him. He's great at turning on the charm, which is why half of Cafe Contigo's customer base is made up of girls between the ages of 14 and 20. Luis shrugs as he gets to his feet. I'm multitasking, Pa. Mr. Santos' eyes shift towards me, his eyebrows pulled together in his exaggerated concern. Is he bothering you, mija? Say the word and I'll throw him out. I force a smile. He's just doing his job. Luis pauses at the end of the table, shooting me a look. I can't decipher. You want anything? Coffee or coffee? I'm good, thanks, I say. My smile is more of a grimace now, so I let it drop. I bring you some cookies, he says over his shoulder as he heads for the kitchen. Phoebe's passing by just then, and she pauses.
One of us is next, Karen and McManus.
Retreating back.
Chapter 6.
Why did that sound dirty?
Sorry, Kirsten, but you're in the way.
She kicks at my foot. The controller, Kirsten's bounding words at her. You should make that happen. Blood gushing from her neck. I mutter. My sister blinks, fruitlessly presses a few buttons, and turns to me with a pain with Phoebe kicked me again.
Did you just slit my throat?
What was that for?
She glares at the television
screen.
She says, Jack dropping into the chair across from me.
I thought we were working together.
Are you kidding?
Our geriatric
toward
toward the kitchen door and have Louise standing right there, even though he's
lifts
not.
his head and lets out a wheezy
look
snort.
at him.
We were, I say,
taking off one hand off my controller to scratch between Fritz's ears.
Not pretty.
That's
but you
tired.
outlived your usefulness.
Own it. And
Jax
you
agrees
like
with me on screen.
You should let him know
It's
instead
a
of
good
getting
day
all
for
weird
someone
and
to
frowny when
die,
you first
he growls.
I'm not
Sheathing his
weird
knife
and
and
frowny,
flexing his
I
muscles.
protest.
Just
Phoebe
not
just
me.
tilts her head slowly, twisting
Kirsten
a
makes
copper
a face.
curl around with
This
finger
game is
until I
vile, and I'm
most of the
starving.
time.
She's
Besides,
sitting
what's
next to me on her
everyone?
baseball stuff
Doesn't
and
mean
shifts
anything.
closer to nudge my knee
Phoebe
with
shrugs.
hers.
That's not my
Kirsten
impression.
lives an hour
and
away
I'm
and
pretty
doesn't
good at
usually spend
reading
her
guys.
Saturdays with us.
It's a
But
simple
her
statement
girlfriend
of
is
fact.
teaching Japan
But as
6th
soon as
grade,
she says it, the
and
whole
she's at
mess
loose
about
ends.
her and Emma's
Come
boyfriend
on,
pops
pause
into
your
my head,
ridiculously
and I
buff
can't
alter ego.
keep my eyes from
me.
widening
You, my
reflexively.
doppelganger?
I
Phoebe
say,
bites
the
her lip and
resemblance
looks
is
around.
uncanny, although
I
I
put down
realize
my
I have
controller
zero
and flex my arm,
credibility in that
then
department at the
instantly
moment.
wish I had it.
So I let you
What's
get
the
back
opposite
to
of
whatever,
ridiculously
she
buff?
says, pushing her
Pathetically
chair away
scraggly?
from the table.
Kirsten and I look the most
My hand
like
is
of
on her
any
wrist
of our
before I realize what I'm
siblings.
doing.
Down to our
No,
spiky short
wait, don't
hair,
go.
but
I'm
she
sorry.
has much better
I say
muscles come
quickly.
from rowing
I
for
didn't mean to
on
act
the weekends.
judgy, but
Usually,
apparently I'm weird
I
and
try not
frowny
to
in
call
lots of
attention to that
situations.
fact.
Shoma smiles.
Kirsten
So I
ignores
feel
my
brave
sorry
enough to
excuse
ask,
for a joke.
Look,
What are you in the mood to
what this
eat? She holds
all
up her
must be like for
hand
you.
before I
I
can
went through it
speak.
with Bron last
Please
year,
don't say
so
fast
I'm a
food.
good listener
Like
if you don't want to
ancient,
talk,
remember?
or even, just
I need a
hang out
glass
and
of
set our
wine
phones
and
on fire.
vegetables.
I'm
Kirsten
relieved
is
when Phoebe
30,
last.
the oldest
I
of
don't
my
have a lot
four
of
sisters.
practice,
They were all
reaching
born
out to
one
people
right
that
after
sought
the
me
other.
out first,
And then my
and I
parents
half
thought that they
expect
were
her to
done
edge
until
away
I
and
showed
have
up a
me again.
decade later.
I might take
My
you up
sister
on that,
treated
she
me like a
says,
living
and her
doll
face
for
falls,
years,
and she plucks
carrying me
at
around
a
so much
stray
that I
thread
didn't
on
bother
her
learning
apron.
to walk until
Emma's
I
so
was
mad
almost
at me.
2.
I keep trying to
One
apologize,
zone,
but
I
she
say
won't listen.
instantly. It's a
sorry,
Bayview institution.
Maybe
Famous
you
for
need
its
to give her a
extra
little
hot
more
wings
time.
and a giant inflatable chicken
Can I add,
on the roof.
I hope she's not mad at just you.
Now that Baby's
I
getting
mean,
trendy,
we're the only person
new people are starting to
Her ex was
grumble
too.
that the chicken is
Phoebe makes a
tacky
face.
and doesn't
I don't
fit the
know if she's even talked with him since
town
she found
aesthetic.
out.
I don't
Direct quote
dare
from
ask.
From
She
a letter
cups
to
her
the
chin
editor
in
in
one
one
hand
hand and gazes thoughtfully
Bayview
at the brightly
blade.
colored mosaic tiles.
So the
found
wing
on
zone
the wall
owners
next
are
to us.
doubling down. On Valentine's Day,
I wish
they
I knew
strung
how
a
the whole
garland
thing
of blinking
got out in
red
the first
neon
place.
hearts around his
I mean,
neck. That still
obviously
hasn't come up.
Derek must have told
That's some
someone because
professional level
I
petty,
just
and
helped
I'm all
him.
for it.
But he lives in Laguna
Wing
Zone.
He doesn't know
Kirsten
anybody
frowns
here. As we head for
How'd
the
you run
basement
into him
stairs,
then?
Fritz
After
padding
he and
behind
Emma
us.
broke
Didn't
up,
I
I
just
mean,
specifically request
Christmas party at
vegetables?
Jules' house,
They
Phoebe
have
says.
celery
I raised my
sticks.
eyebrows and she
Those don't
adds,
count. They're
but Jules doesn't
99%
know him.
water.
Derek was there
And
with her
coleslaw,
cousin. I don't
100%
think they even met
mayonnaise.
that night.
The lemon
Okay,
pepper
I say
wings
find
have
that nugget of information
citrus
away for
Here's
future
a life
reference.
lesson for you, Knox.
If there's one thing
Fake
last
fruit
year taught me,
flavoring
it's
is
beware
not
and
and will never
coincidences.
be
Oh,
a
here's
vegetable.
something that might interest
Kirsten
you.
looks
Hang
back
on a
at me
sec. My laptop
as she opens
screen
the
has gone
basement
dark,
door,
so
and I
I
give
hit
her
the
the
key
kind
to
of hopeful,
read it from
ingratiating
back.
smile
I was
that works
Googling
on
some stuff
absolutely
related to
nobody
assignments
except my
last year,
sisters.
and I
Oh,
pressed the page
fine,
for
she
displaying in
grows,
your
but you
post,
own
and
me.
then trail off in confusion.
Sure, I say.
She's
The
never
short
going
thread
to
I was
collect
looking at
them.
has
That's
disappeared.
the upside of how
and
your
there's
sisters
nothing
who
left
think
on my
that you're
screen
a
except the
mom.
forum heading.
Wait, what happened?
Our basement opens
What?
into the
Phoebe asked,
kitchen,
moving
and
her
when we
chair
get
so she
upstairs,
could peer at my
my
laptop.
dad's sitting at the
Bend it
table,
as mine?
hunched over some
Why does that
paperwork.
sound familiar?
Looks a lot more
It's
like
the name
Jack
of the
Reaper than
revenge
I
war.
do.
Simon
Now
Keller
that
used
he
to
owns
post
his own
last
company,
year,
Dad
except this
doesn't
was in a
necessarily
different
have
location.
to do
I
hands-on
frowned,
construction
tapping my
work,
finger on my
but he
chin.
still does,
So weird.
which makes
I was going to
him
show
the
you
most
the
in-shape
in-shape
guy in his
Simon,
50s
but
that
it's
I
gone.
know. He
Did you try
glances up, and his
refreshing?
eyes flick
Phoebe
past
will
me,
leave
the boring kid who
across
still
from me
lives
to
at
hit the
home,
arrow
and
button next to the
twinkles
search
like
bar.
Kirsten.
Yeah,
Didn't
that's
know
what
you were
made
still
us in
here,
the first
he
place.
says.
It was.
Fritz, who's always
Is that
like
it?
my
Phoebe
alter
interrupts,
ego
bothering you
better
better
than anybody,
post-pop-up?
leans
No, I
adoringly
say
against
extend
his
the short
chair.
lines. Those are
She
new.
sighs. Not
True
from me too.
jellyfish. He did get caught, but his inspiration lives on in Bayview, and he fucking loved the game I'm playing right now.